Hello, hello. Good evening, guys. My name is Sarah Collins, and this is
The kids class.
and Levi Mason Collins. And Jeremiah will be doing the next section. So this is babies, kids, and pets, and we are super excited you guys are here. I really like to get that chat feature going. That is the most fun part that we like to do. So, do you have an infant? Have you ever used doTERRA on your infant? Children under the age of 12, a furry four-legged friend, have you used doTERRA on them? All the above? Go ahead and put 4. I want to hear from you guys. So put that in the chat. We have some amazing leaders on. So if you guys have questions, you guys can put that in the chat as well. But we're just going to keep cruising along so that we can make sure that we are not, we're being useful of your guys' time. Okay, so this is class number 5, Happy, Healthy Babies, Kids, and Pets. So if you guys are getting that stuff in, which I highly encourage you guys to do that at the end, you guys, there should be a QR code and you guys can enter your, report it back so that you guys can get that free recipe book. The recipe book, currently the one that we are gifting is, I think has 330 recipes. They're all tried and true. What I like about the recipe book is because they are our recipes. There will be a new edition coming out, fingers crossed, if all of us get our butts in gear, and we could get that done. So we're super excited about that. So make sure you guys put class number 5 in when you guys report that. Okay, so frequently asked questions, is doTERRA safe for children and our fur friends? Absolutely. We just say be cautious because that's with anything, right? So what I love about doTERRA is that they're 100% pure and there's nothing else in it. So there's no dilutants, there's no additives. What I like about it is that I can use it on every single person in my family. What we always teach the kids when we're talking about them or we're talking about their animals, so especially their 4-H animals, hey guys, let's be careful of those hot oils. You're going to avoid those eyes, ears, and nose. And then we're just always going to use less more often. So you guys don't need to put 10 drops in your hands. Let's start with 1 drop. Go ahead if that's what you need to get. So this is the dilution chart. I really like this. We refer to this a lot. We actually have it printed in the boys' bathroom as well. So take a screenshot of it. If you guys do like this, I highly, highly suggest you take a screenshot if you have anybody that is using it on their babies or even their pets. So when you're referring to a pet, we're referring to them as a baby as well. So make sure that you're diluting it. What I like about it is on the far right-hand side, we have 0 to 12 months, we have 1 to 5 years, 6 to 11, and 12 to 17. And it's exact what those ratios should be for drops per coconut oil, 5 milliliter bottle, and a 10 milliliter bottle. Okay, so these are the kids' oils, and Levi's actually going to take over. He's going to teach. We've really been empowering them for about 4 years now so that they can teach their own kids class, and him and Jeremiah eventually going to teach their own by themselves. So we're going to talk about this kids collection. So it has 6 essential oils in it. It's awesome. It's waterproof. So if it goes in a water tank, you are good to go. I can promise you that from experience. All right. You ready, buddy? Okay. Hold on. You're okay. We'll get going. You're fine. It's not me that's controlling it. Okay. We're ready. Okay, there you go, buddy. So here's your tamer. So tamer?
So tamer is, so if you have a headache, you put it on your temples like this. And if you have an upset stomach, you can do it counterclockwise if you need it to slow down, and clockwise if you need it to speed up.
And why would they need that?
What?
If they have a tummy ache, why would they need to speed things up? If they're constipated.
If they're constipated.
And what would they do to slow things down?
To go counterclockwise.
And why would they need that? If they have
a stomach ache.
Yeah, a stomach ache. What else does mommy use it for? Why does she like this one? Does she use it when she's nauseous?
Oh yes, it's a very good smell.
Yeah, what does it smell like?
Peppermint.
Spearmint?
Peppermint.
It's a mint. Yep, absolutely. Okay, how about you talk about the next one?
Thinker, I always put this on before school because I am. I'm not very smart when I don't put this on.
You're smart, but what happens if you don't have it?
I don't think right. I don't think right. Or I'm hyperactive.
Yeah, you think too fast?
Uh-huh.
Okay, can you show them what we do with it? When do we put it on?
Before school.
And?
When, like a math, when we have to do like a test.
Yep. And then back of your neck. Yep. Temples again. Back of your neck. What does it do for you?
It kind of basically soothes
you.
Soothes me.
Does it help you focus?
Yes.
Okay. Do we do it before sports?
Yes. What? And I did it before track, wrestling, football. I do it a lot.
Yep. So he's talking about hyperactivity and focus. So this is a huge thing for focus. And we actually have our dog. She is a work dog. And she will line up all the oils before she works sheep. And she really gravitates towards thinker, which is ironic. And we'll just put this on her ears and on her paws because it is safe for all fur babies as well because it is diluted. Okay? Nope, you just tell Hayley. She's running it for us. Okay?
Ooh, I love Stronger.
Why do you love Stronger?
Stronger, it keeps your body healthy. The stuff that kills the germs that get into your body, it strengthens them up.
What's in it?
Frankincense and rose.
Can you smell it and kind of give them what you think of it?
I don't know.
Do you put it ear to ear on your throat?
Yeah, I do it from here.
Where else do we put it?
And on my,
on your spine?
On my spine.
Okay, and why do we put it there?
That one I forgot.
It's okay. So we're going ear to ear because typically we're talking about glands and swallowing and pulse points. So we have main pulse points here and spine, the same thing. Hopefully I'm not glitching. It keeps saying I keep losing signal. And then the spine is the same thing. Why I really use it, I use it when I'm driving. So I use Stronger and Thinker when I'm driving because it helps me with any lack of focus or fatigue or anything like that with that frankincense and rose. Okay, why don't you talk about the next oil for them?
Great.
Yeah, and you can use brother's testimonial on it.
My brother loves this oil. And he takes it on his backpack. He used to. Well, he still does. And one day it broke on the bus. And then everybody got on and they were like, what is that smell? It's so good.
And was everybody in a happy mood when they got off?
Yes.
Yeah, so ironically enough, it's a citrus oil, so it smells like wild orange. It's the Courage blend, and we really like it because it's helped Jeremiah get over some humps when he's getting on the bus. They're totally different kids when it comes to anything to do with
smells so good.
courage or taking it to sorry, our screen keeps freezing. Any nervousness, any motivation, anything like that. So for Jeremiah, it has helped him with a lot of fear hurdles. And so he's kept it on his backpack for an entire year and he actually just took it off. Oh my gosh. Am I freezing? No? Okay. It's glitching on my end. So one of the big things, back to Brave, and I'll wrap it up, is for him, it's helped him a lot get over those humps. So if you're having anyone or a child or anything with confidence, I highly suggest this, and they can just put it on their backpack because it comes with carabiners in the entire kit. It's super, super nice. Okay, buddy, we're moving on to Calmer.
I love this one.
Okay, why don't you tell them about Calmer?
So this one is one of my favorites. It's called Calmer. And one day we were putting it on during a kid's class, and I fell asleep.
You did?
And we put it on before night because I don't fall asleep very well. I used to not fall asleep very well, and we put it on, and I went straight to sleep.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
So Calmer is amazing for people or kids or anybody that is needing help with sleep or stressful feelings. But ironically enough, it helps kids that are hyperactive, and it just actually calms their emotions rather than, it usually doesn't put him to sleep. That was an ironic situation. But we have really, really used Calmer a lot on the entire family. I use it a lot because of the smell. Can you give them a visual, like we call it smell sense? Like it's on the camera because they can't smell it. What's it smell like?
Adaptive? Or no, lavender.
So it's like
lavender.
Okay. Do you love it?
Yeah.
Do we put it on your feet at night?
Yes.
And then can you show?
My feet.
Yep. Can we show him what you do? Okay. So he's rolling it in his hands. What are you doing?
Taking deep breaths.
True.
My nose and my mouth.
Yeah. How many?
3.
3. And then he rubs it in his hair and then on the back of his neck and then down the front of his neck. Awesome. Great job. Thank you. All right. So we have recipes. Will you talk about, oh, sorry. Okay, we're on the group protocol screen. This is funny. My screen keeps freezing. So for a lot of the recipes, we're going to go to recipes after this, but we use a lot of recipes with our kids, and that we're talking about food. We're talking about, we're talking about rollers. We talk about bath bombs and water beads, but we started when Levi had colic. That is where our journey started with doTERRA. Ironically enough, he's used doTERRA longer than any of us. He had colic. He was 7.5 months old, and they said that he would grow out of it. He'll grow out of it. He'll grow out of it. And so when I see croup, I always think of this. And you guys, I got a sample of Digestin. She told me to put it on his belly clockwise because that's the way the colon moves, and gas to get that out. And on his feet, in the spot where the colon is for that reflexology. And that was the first night he slept in 7.5 months, and we went and got our first kit the next day. But it's amazing what these oils can do. So take screenshots of all these recipes that are about to come your way on the screen, because it is amazing what it can do for a mommy when we have no solutions. We're kind of at a standstill.
I got stuck in her rib.
Yeah. All right, so these are some of those favorite recipes we were talking about, okay? Do you want to talk about the monster spray we've done or the owie spray? Oh, yep, that's next. So let's talk about the owie spray. So the owie spray we have used a lot. Lavender, tea tree, and frankincense is what we've started adding to ours as well. Monster spray, you guys can see there. Like I said, take screenshots. Happy Hands, we like that one. Instead of vodka, we actually use Everclear. That one has been a favorite of the boys'. And it cut off a little bit. Oh, your super goo. You love the super goo. Tell them about the super goo that you like to make.
Super goo.
The one for your cheeks when they're really chapped during wrestling.
Yes. So we make super glue.
Goo. Super goo.
Super goo. And you'll put it on your face. It's like if your lips are chapped, you put chapstick on, but instead it's like a chapstick for your face.
Oh, I like that comparison. That's a good one. Yeah. So during wrestling, probably because of the chemical they use on the mats, his cheeks and the backs of his arms get really, really chapped. So we made super goo, and he gets to make his own, and he makes his own jars, and he takes it with him, and it's on his nightstand as well. So we have made this exact recipe because it has Immortelle and frankincense. So make sure you take screenshots of these because these are very beneficial for mommies. All right, Jeremiah is up. Thank you, Levi. I will see you at the end, okay?
Okie dokie.
All right, Jeremiah.
Bye.
Okay, Jeremiah, you're up, buddy. All right, so Jeremiah is our oldest. He is 9, and he's going to talk about the nutrients, the kids line. So he's going to talk about vitamins. Jeremiah, will you talk to them about the A to Z first?
It tastes like watermelon.
Please go.
I personally just chew it with some yogurt, and then I swallow it.
Does it have a smiley face? Tell them all about the A to Z, buddy.
It has a smiley face. It smells amazing. I really love the smell of it.
And when you are having a sickness, how many do you take?
About 2 a day.
Yeah, 2 a day. Because how much do you weigh?
I haven't weighed myself. About 76 pounds.
Yes. So when they're a little bit bigger, you're wanting them to take 2. If anyone's Zyto scans for A disease, we recommend that they take 2 in the morning and 2 at night. It's just based on weight. When I was talking to one of the scientists when I first started this journey with kiddos, it is based on weight. So make sure that they're getting enough of those vitamins and minerals. What I like about the A to Z, you guys, no sugar. Huge thing for me. When I was giving them those gummies, that was one of those things. I was like, I thought I was being this amazing mother, which I was trying my best, but ironically enough, they were filled full of sugar, which is obviously not good for the gut, your gut health. Let's go and talk about the IQ Megas. So tell them about the IQ Megas.
So they put IQ Megas in waffles because I don't really like the taste of it. Mom hides it in foods like all kinds of banana bread, waffles.
So the IQ Mega, you guys, is the fish oil for kiddos. I know Hayley likes to take a swig while she's at work because it helps her with her focus, and it's amazing for brain health. And so when I hear moms say, well, they don't like the taste of it, well, you know what? That happens. You need to find a way to get it in them because you need to get creative. And that's the way I look at it, because if you can get creative, you're teaching them foundational habits to make sure that they are healthy the rest of their lives. Because if they're not taking vitamins now and they get older, when they go to take vitamins or when they get sick, what are they going to go to? They're going to go to something that's not absolutely foundational, that's going to actually help them, which is vitamins, and it's the omegas and it's the good stuff. They're going to go to the doctor and get on those prescriptions because they weren't taught those foundational habits. So that's where it starts, you guys. All right, talk about the PB Assist.
At first, when you get it, it's really, really tart.
What is PB Assist? Let's start there.
It's kind of a powder, and
is it a probiotic?
Yeah, it's a probiotic.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't really taste good at first, but after a while, it starts tasting really, really good. Me and Levi really like it now.
So when you first tasted it, what did you compared it to? A sour
candy.
A sour candy. It's like a powder, or it's not like a powder. It's a powder, so we call it a pixie stick. So when they first started taking it, it was sour, and now they crave it. They actually really, really like it. So Levi takes 2, and Jeremiah will take one of our probiotics and one of these, and that's what seems to work for him. So will you tell them why you like this probiotic?
It really gets my colon going.
It keeps you regular?
Yeah, it doesn't make me go to the bathroom too much.
So if you have a bellyache after you eat, what do?
I take it.
Yeah, and what does it do for you?
Making me go to the bathroom.
But it's not a bad thing, right?
Right.
And what else does it help you with? When you noticed you were having a tough time at school, what did it help you do?
Help me calm down, not to punch people.
Not to punch people. And focus?
Yeah, like on spelling tests.
Yeah, that was our biggest one. So we really started noticing he was taking the adult probiotic, but when we added one of these, that was the niche, right? We went back to the core foundation that you started on, and that was helping him focus on his spelling test. So this is the probiotic for kiddos, but it's not just for kids, you guys. It's for anyone. Who else do we give it to that's outside in the barn?
Oh, our sheep.
Yeah, so we give it to his 4-H lambs. So even though we think that a lot of these animals are just fine, they don't need a probiotic, they do need a probiotic, ironically enough, especially these 4-H animals, because they are pushed to their limits. And their guts, because they're just like children, they actually are imbalanced. So they get a probiotic as well. So they each get their own half of a PB Assist in the morning, half of it at night, and especially during fair. And you will notice that they actually are in a better mood when they are getting their PB Assist. So this is a must for us with our animals. The only animal we do not recommend it, and this is per Janet Rourke, is a dog. So, but it's available for all animals. We need to give it to our goats too. So yeah. Okay, so these are the recipes, buddy. Can you talk about your favorite recipe Mommy makes?
I really like the pancakes that you make.
So we make sheet pan pancakes, and they are super easy, super fun, and they make a ton. And as you guys can see, I'm pretty sure I gave birth to Boone and Crockett. So this is what's beneficial for us because it has enough food. So I can post that later after this is posted, but sheet pan pancakes, and we do the omegas with it. We like strawberries, we like blueberries, and what else?
My favorite is blueberries.
Yeah, and what else did we add into it though? We added
raspberries,
wild orange, and Madagascar vanilla. So you guys can have fun with this. What I like is that you guys can have fun with your kids or your grandkids utilizing doTERRA essential oils. On Guard apples, that's our absolute favorite. We love On Guard apples. So you just slice up some apples, put them in water, put a few drops of On Guard essential oils, stir them up a couple times, drain them. Luke likes to drink that water. And then you can make some homemade cream cheese dip, which we love to make. Wild orange French toast, that was a absolute favorite for a really, really long time. So I'm just encouraging you guys to get creative with how you utilize these kids products because they are for everyone in the family. Okay, I can take over and then I'll call you back. Thank you, sir.
See you guys.
All right, guys. So I want to talk about the reflexology, and this is super, super important to me because this is where our journey started with Levi. So as you guys can see, you can always address an issue through the foot, through the reflexology of a foot. So if we're having sinus issues, you're going to go to that second toe. My favorite one, though, is head and teeth. Every child has teething. Every single kid will go through teething. Even our kids who are getting their molars go through teething. So go to that big toe, and that's going to take care of that head tension that is caused from teething, which is caused from clenching their teeth because everything hurts, right? So you can address anything. My favorite on the big toe is frankincense all day long. We really, really talk about the lower abdominal area and upper abdominal area. That's, obviously that's my niche because I'm a survivor of ulcerative colitis, and we really like Tamer. Absolutely love Tamer, but Digestin is our go-to for that one. Okay, this is the baby line. What I love about the baby line is we still use it, and they're 8 and 9 years old. We use it on our dogs as well when they get their bath. I really like the diaper cream, and the diaper cream isn't just used for the boys, but we use the diaper cream on our goats. We'll say bags. It depends who you speak to, udders, whoever you speak to, while they're drying up because they can get cracked. You guys, these products are so, if you pivot well, they'll pivot with you. That's what I want to say about these products. So the baby lotion smells amazing. The boys absolutely love it. It helps Jeremiah especially during the summer and during wrestling. We put it on his cheeks. They get a little rosy. He is, I like to call a survivor of eczema. So this is what helps him because it doesn't make him break back out. The baby wash, we love. We love the pump. We love everything about it. We love the smell. But the best of all, it does not make anyone react. The diaper cream, again, it's very versatile. I used it as sunscreen for a long time before the sun system came out. We used it as sunscreen because it has such an amazing base to it. And it has that zinc oxide, which if you know anything about sun products, you want to make sure that you're using something like that because it's actually going to protect their skin rather than make their skin absorb all of those toxins. Oh, I love my pets. So if you guys look at the bottom right, this is Janet Rourke, who I referred about earlier in the slides. She's absolutely amazing. Go find her on Facebook if you guys have some fur babies, but not just fur babies. You guys, she's actually a specialty with livestock as well, especially horses. So go find her. So what oils are pet friendly? So we have pet friendly and ones to avoid. So wintergreen and birch and tea tree. And she says you can go on her page and you can see her say, I want you to avoid these, but I'm not saying avoid them at all means. I'm saying that doTERRA is the only one I trust, you guys. This is why I'm saying this. And so it's really interesting when she talks about doTERRA versus any essential oils that she's used. And she only will talk about doTERRA essential oils with her animals. I like the far right-hand side. So if you guys do have fur babies, please take a picture of that. So it has the dog weight and then the dilution ratio, because just like them, they are just like our kids. They need to be diluted as if they are children, as if they're babies. Okay, so top 10 oils for dogs. You guys can read these, but I want you guys to take a screenshot of that right-hand side because these are legit recipes that we use in our home. My mom had 2 Bichons and they kept getting hot spots, and this was our go-to. That hot spot spray was legit. I absolutely love it. We really like to make the dog treats. It was our dog's birthday yesterday, and I missed it, so I'll be making her some dog treats because I know what's in them, and I know what she can, what's good for her gut. We actually, ironically enough, she likes the digestive blend. So we add the Digest Zen to her dog treats. And then the DIY shampoo, that's another one of our favorites. We haven't had to use any of the others yet. We have some younger animals, but we do have the outdoor spray that we make. It's TerraShield, citronelle, lemon, eucalyptus, and we actually add like 1 or 2 drops of peppermint because it's the same one we use for our lambs. And we actually soak their collars in a mason jar full of water with that blend and then dry them on a paper towel and then put them on. And it's absolutely amazing. They have no issues, you guys. Okay, horse recipes. So we do not have a horse. And if you ask the boys, they would say, absolutely, we want a horse. But the horse recipes are very amazing when I talk about how she's made these recipes and they work for every single horse size. I've talked to a couple people that have horses and they have, small ponies, and then they have a 17-hand horse, and they've been able to use the same recipe for both sizes of horse, which I really, really like because sometimes we look at an animal and is it going to be different for the size? Cat recipes, every person I talk to is this safe for cats. So please take a screenshot of this or write it down, or we can try to get this to you guys because every single person I encounter are these essential oils safe for cats. And you guys, they are. They are. You just have to be super smart about it and not pour and drown, try to drown your cat. So calming spray, copaiba, frankincense, and lavender. My favorite one, the boys rescued a cat. His name is Kevin William, is the litter box. So they use their litter box, and then I sprinkle a little bit of baking soda, and we like the lavender and lemongrass. That's our favorite so far. I haven't done cedarwood inside of it, but it does work. It really does, and it does not bother him, and he does great. So just so you guys know, we use it on ours too. All right, so let's talk about the core. And Hayley, my screen is super big, so I don't know all the things that are on the far right-hand side. But I can tell you guys, if you purchase the Lifeline Vitality, which is what we do, you can get up to 3 things at a discount. So what we do for us, so Luke has an order at the beginning of the month, and then I have an order at the middle of the month. So we have 2 orders a month. And so for his, we add the A to Z, the IQ Mega, and the PB Restore, I believe, and then Lifeline Vitality. And I have the MetaPower systems. I also get another MetaPower system, the TerraZyme, and the PB Restore. So I make sure that we're getting our kids' products and we're getting our products because we're showing them that our foundation is strong, right? So it starts with us and then it goes to them. And so that if our foundation is strong, their foundation is strong as well. So make sure you guys are taking advantage of these discounts. All right, so this one I have a story about because I couldn't believe it happened right before class. So this is LRP, so Loyalty Rewards Program. And if you guys are not on it, you're missing out. And here's why. So we have a lamb, a 4-H lamb. He's kind of humped up right now. And I ran inside to get the Copaiba and Aroma Touch and got distracted because that's what us moms do about putting something on my grocery list. And then I realized the oven was going to go off and I had to grab that. And it was one thing after another. Got outside, forgot my Copaiba and Aroma Touch. I'm like, gosh dang it. So I came back inside and got another set. Went outside. And so I have a set in the barn and I mysteriously have another set inside. Am I scared? No. You know why? Because I buy my stuff on Loyalty Rewards. And I can buy another Copaiba and Aroma Touch with the points that I have earned on Loyalty Rewards. So start with Loyalty Rewards, you guys. You start by earning 10%. And by the end of that first year, so 13 months, you guys are earning 30% back in points. I've never, ever seen another program like it. We shop at Smith's because we like fuel points. It's the same concept, except way better. So this is Silver Club. So you guys will see me at the top right hand. Super, super exciting about Silver Club is that it is almost over. So the 31st, I have a couple more days. So I have 5 more days to bless and touch everybody that wants free product right now. What I like though is that if you look at the top left, there's 2 options that are only available to new enrollments, and they are mist diffusers. You guys do not miss on these because the mist diffusers are not available to us to purchase at this time. They're only for new enrollments. So the mist diffusers are like those really nasty ones that you can plug in and you put that really gross stuff inside of it. Okay, I'm being very strategic, but you put a full bottle of essential oil, and it comes with 4 essential oils. So the first one comes with 2 mist diffusers, and no water is involved. This is great, you guys. I wish I had a video right now in my bathroom, my boys' bathroom. Citrus Bliss, Citrus Bloom, Super Mint, or Island Mint. Option 2 is 2 mist diffusers with Shinrin Yoku, which is the forest bathing blend, Northern Escape, lavender, and eucalyptus. So I wish I could just combine all of them because I want both of those kits. Enrollment bonus right now with 150 PV, you get the choice of a diffuser, the hand wash pump with a hand wash, and the 2 toothpaste. So you get the dual toothpaste, the On Guard and the Super Mint. And then with me, because you guys got to watch this amazing class with me and my sons, you guys, if you're new to doTERRA or you have someone that is right there getting ready to enroll, 100 PV, they get a free lavender touch, 150 PV, they would get those options of those 3 things I mentioned. 200 PV, they would get the Citrus Bliss plus sun products right now. Right now to the end of the month, they would get a free sun body spray and a free sun after spray. So you guys, it is out of this world. So they would technically get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 free items just by enrolling this month. So make sure you guys are getting a hold of me or get a hold of Hayley, and we can get you guys the right direction. I'm so excited you guys were here and you got to watch my sons in action because they are absolutely amazing. And you guys can do this too with your kids and your grandkids and anybody that is your neighbor kids. This is where it starts, is their foundation. So I'm super glad you guys joined us. So staying connected. So I want you guys to text this so you can get that class reminder, because sometimes your upline or one of us, especially me, forgets to text you guys. So make sure you text 534-429-5392, and you guys are going to put the word class reminders as one word, and you guys will get that. Again, to get that free recipe book I mentioned, I want you guys to text class to the same number, 534-429-5392, so that you guys can get that. And so make sure that you're putting text, class, and then the topic. So you're going to put babies, kids, and for pets, or whatever I said it was called tonight, and you guys are going to get that so you can get credit for tonight. All right. Hello. Okay, does anyone have any questions before I end? Did I miss anything, Hayley?
I will go and look at the chat. I have been multitasking. And so I would love to hear if anybody has a testimonial or a question. This is your time when we get to address those things. Let's see, Zoom user says she makes a owie spray for her grandkids. They can put it in their backpacks, which is one of the things I love most about essential oils is you can make small little on-the-go kits for them, and they'll have what they need. And whether it's to, for a tummy ache when they're at grandma's house, or with summer here, you guys, there are so many ways that we're putting essential oils into our bug sprays, in our, at the swimming pool, camping, hiking, fishing, hunting, flying on an airplane. And there's not a place of those that I don't take my essential oils. I love that the sunscreen, or we've got an after sun and a before sun spray that you get free with any 200 PV order. And there's something going on where you can top off your order. So say you had an order, at 128 and by the 15th, so that you could get the free product. Well, if now you're going, oh, I need to get this, I need to get that, I want TerraShield, you can get some of those things, and you can call doTERRA's customer service and have them add to your order. And if you get it up to 200 PV, then you'll also receive those products. Now, if you just go online and place the order, it's not going to top off. You need to call and request that, but they're willing to do that, which I think is just one more reason that I love doTERRA, is the way that they support us in knowing that, like Sarah said, I've got 2 orders that go every month, one before the 15th and one, before the end of the month. And so you can make sure that you guys take advantage of that. Yeah, there really aren't any other questions.
And I want to add, so we do a lot during the summer, and I didn't get to add this earlier, so I'm sorry, but we make Play-Doh, we make Monster Spray, we make bubbles. We have a greenhouse. Levi has his own greenhouse that we put tea tree in all of his greenhouse vegetables. And I should have taken a before so I could present it here. His bug spray, we do clogged ears recipe because they're swimming. And that is a big one. So that tea tree digests them and breathe. And that's been a lifesaver for us. Levi actually and Jeremiah told me all these. We do all these bath bombs. We make all their snacks. We do a lot of water beads, and we make their drinks. We make a red, white, and blue drink, and we started adding recharge to it. And that has been super beneficial for them as well. So just making sure that you guys are learning to pivot with them as they get older or as they're little, because you can use all of these products and teach them how they can have a non-toxic life too.
So I'm going to share one of the fun things that we did as a group here. I live in Elko, Nevada. And so a bunch of us together said, hey, kids are like, they get bored during the summertime. So what can we do as parents, as grandparents, as daycare providers? How can we help to support them? So we did a little fun, it was a 4-week program, and we did kids club. And so each time they would come, the parents would bring them, they would kind of sit in the background, the kid would sit up to the table, and we would have a teacher teach directly to them, and how easy it is for us to use essential oils, how they can use them on their pets, aromatic, topical, internal, and then they got to put together these little, almost like a passport type book, where each time they came, they got to add a page to it. And they were making like the bug spray, the monster spray. We made frosting. So we made cookies, sugar cookies, and we took frosting in little cups, and we had different flavors that they could pick if they wanted orange or lime or lemon. And then they got to decorate and frost their own cookies. We also made Jello shots, not shots, Jello jigglers, and we put essential oils in them. And so we let the kids, we played a game on them. So we put oils in them. So instead of putting lemon in the yellow ones, we put lime or wild orange, and we had them guess, and we had a contest to see who could get the most of the different colors of Jello with the flavor right. What was really interesting is we had fennel, like we put black licorice flavor in the red one, and the kids all were going, oh, it tastes like cherry. And I'm going, how does fennel taste like cherry? But you guys, it was really fun to be able to see them be creative. We've also made where you take On Guard hand sanitizer or the foaming hand wash, and you can make bubbles out of it and just, fill up containers. We got really creative on where we hosted the classes too. We have a museum that's right on our main street that butts up to a park, and it kind of has this little area that's kind of secluded. And so we just asked them if we could use that area. And so it was central, people could come, they were outside, they were having fun. Another thing that we did at that class, so we did the 4 classes, and then at the end, we had more of like a party at the end. We made little clay discs with just clay that you can get at a craft store. And we had we had little stamps where they could stamp in designs and different things. And we helped them, put a little hole in it so that they could make their own diffuser necklaces. And some of them just kept the little, like a coin, and put it in their pockets, or, and then they could sit up by their bed and they could put their favorite essential oil on it. You guys, it was so much fun. And to sit and watch these kids learn and kind of have the parents in the background, I would have been so grateful for my kids to have gone to something like that. So summertime can be a time of just creativity, fun, adventure, yeah, so yeah, good stuff.
Sarah, what was the recipe? I didn't have paper and pen. tea tree breeze and something else you use for clogged ears.
Digestin.
Thank you.
And with that recipe, Sarah, you're just applying it to the outside of each ear, or do you put it on a cotton ball? How do you actually apply it?
Yep, so we put it behind the earlobe and we go all the way down because that's obviously it's connecting to that. And then we put some on a cotton ball and we're just, especially with Levi because he's a little bit antsy-pantsy, and we put it there and then we tape it and then he sits on some heat usually and it just pulls it out. It's the craziest thing. We actually, cool story, and I might have Luke hop on because even with his yellow mohawk, but it was really interesting. We were in Laramie, Wyoming. We went to go wrestle. I typically don't like them to swim before wrestling tournament because it wears them out, but we decided to let them be. And lo and behold, he comes in the room and he's just, I mean, it's pounding. And he has a big wrestling tournament the next day. And so I got my oils out and I did not have a cotton pad. So I took some toilet paper and just twisted it as tight as I could and kind of put it in there, put him on a heating pad. And ironically enough, next morning, and it was, I'm not kidding, that toilet paper was wet. It pulled it out and it was wet because it sucked, just soaked it in there. But Luke was like, you did it again. You did it again with your oils, because that is exactly why we pack them everywhere. That is why we have our keychain, because stuff like that. I'm away from home. I'm 5 hours away. It's just how it works.
So good. So many good things. And I love that, it doesn't matter what essential oil, it really just depends on how much and how often we use it for our babies, our kids, our pets, and us as adults. There are a few that, we would definitely say, hey, be super smart about using that because it's a hot oil, or there are oils that are photosensitive. And I know Sarah covered that at the beginning. We are going into the season when we're outside. Like, we'll just be honest. It's like we're outside and we get busy and we forget to do certain, sun sprays or whatever. So what I love about essential oils is we have something that can help with each one of those different things, whether it's, on time scheduled or not. So, okay, we got more, boys. Good job teaching.
Yeah. Thank you for coming. Yeah, thank you for listening and watching us.
It's so much fun. You guys do a great job teaching. Thank you for doing that.
Yeah,
they're taking over next class, so hope you guys are all ready.
Yep, we sure.
So good.
Yay.
Okay, I don't know if there's any other questions or anything, you guys. So
I just need to, I'm sorry, I'm Michaela. Sarah, are we staying on after the meeting?
I'll connect you with you afterwards. This is Hayley. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
Thank you, guys.
sounds good.